Wow, he's a really cute guy.
Look at him, Westbot. Westbot, would you date that robot?
Oh, of course.
I bet you date that robot hardcore. I bet you take that robot out for a really nice date to a nice fancy restaurant and then take it home.
No.
Hello peoples, welcome to a game called Dreamily AI. This is another AI storyteller similar to Novel AI and AI Dungeon. That's right, they made another one. But you guys should be pretty excited about this because this is what you guys like to watch. I don't know why you guys like those better. Maybe I'm just a really great storyteller and that's why you like them. I'm gonna choose to believe that. So it says to begin we have to type something and it can be a story, a single word, or a main character. Alright, this is gonna be a big moment here because this is gonna be the first story we ever do on Dreamily AI. We're gonna go with Cacti Kickin Larry. Okay, that was the name of the story, so now we have to type out like a little thing about him. Wait a second, shouldn't it be Cacti Kickin Larry? Because it's multiple cactus. Yes, it should be cacti. I have decided. Alright, I feel like that's a pretty good start to the story. I put Cacti Kickin Larry is the dumbest cowboy in all the West. He's so dumb, he got his nickname from actually kicking cacti. Do something with that, Dreamily. Okay, so this is very interesting. It looks like we have things that we can choose from here. I kind of dig that. That's kind of cool, although I'm not very good at reading, so I doubt I'm gonna read all of these. We'll do this. If the first one's good, we'll go with the first one every time, but if not, then I'll pick the other ones. You guys can feel free to pause and read the other ones if you want to. It's up to you. Don't get mad at me when I don't pick them, okay? I don't like to read. Speaking of picking a different one whenever the first one's not good, this one kind of sucks, so I'm gonna click on the next one. Okay, I like this one a lot, so I did two little things. I said go on right here, so it typed even more because I was really interested in where this was going. It says the name has stuck for a while now, though most people are pretty sure he did it at least once when drunk, probably multiple times when sober. The reason? Cacti Kickin Larry has a habit of trying to kick everything that walks or tries to walk. Cacti don't do either of those things. What? The only thing he hasn't done is try to jump, but even then, he almost always falls on his face and lands somewhere else. He's just not good enough, apparently. That's what my parents tell me. Not that anyone really cares. No one can figure out where the idiot came up with the stupid nickname. It doesn't matter. The fact remains, it sticks. Okay, so it looks like what's happening here is that I can edit the story if I want to and interact with it, but for the most part, the AI writes the story and you just choose like which direction you want the story to go. So whereas AI Dungeon and Novel AI, you take turns with the AI writing the story, this one, for the most part, you just have the AI write the story. I don't know how to feel about that. I think it's kind of cool, actually. Other people might not like that if they want to be more involved in the story, but I'm cool with it. We'll allow this one to be canon since I already read it, but on the next ones, I'll actually read through these and pick the best one to tell you guys the story. You guys don't have to read it because I'm just that cool. I'll pick the very best one every time. And if you disagree, then feck you. I'm just kidding. Your opinion totally matters. Sometimes. Unless you're Bill Nye, the science guy. Feck that guy. Okay, so I edited this one a little bit because the ending of it was really stupid, but I like this one. It says, it also sticks because he's always doing stupid shit, like walking in the middle of the street during rush hour or taking someone's car without their permission. I like that. I like that a lot. Cacti Kickin Larry's gonna get ran over by a car. Okay, so the story continued, or running out of gas. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it usually does because people end up owing him money for gas or food or whatever. It's kind of cool seeing how far he'll get before someone gets mad and kicks him in the balls. Tell me more about that, Dreamily. This one says, or something. It's also cool because no one cares about his dumbass anyways. That being said, there's still one person who does care if she has any say in it, and that's why 1 week after his dumbass decided to be a dick to her and steal her phone, she decided to get back at him. You know you could have left it, right? She'd asked him as they walked down the sidewalk side by side. He hadn't bothered looking at her, too busy watching the people walking by and laughing like he was actually enjoying himself. Sure, I could've. I like the fact that he's so dumb that while he's walking down the sidewalk, people just roll their windows down and laugh at him. And two, I like how this girl is being really polite about the situation, because if someone stole my phone, I would be furious. She's like, you could have not stolen it, you know that, right? He's like, yeah, I know. I thought we were friends. Her tone had been a tad bit accusatory. He looked over at her, giving her a look she didn't quite understand, but he— Why can't I read the sentence? fucking shit. He looked over at her, giving her a look she didn't quite understand, but that he seemed to think was funny. She's like, I thought we were friends, and he looks at her like, It says, you're such a little bitch, he finally said. She rolled her eyes, which wasn't exactly hard to do considering she wore the same pair every day, and replied, what am I, your sugar mama? His laugh this time had been genuine and hearty and happy. So I'm gonna hit edit real quick so I can show you guys this. The AI does this a lot, I noticed, like this particular AI. It says really funny stuff for the first part of each little section. So like this part here is really funny, but then the last part is kind of shit every time. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just not funny. Sometimes it just leaves the sentences hanging off. Like it'll be like his laugh this time and it'll end, and it's like I gotta delete that, which is why I keep having to edit it, but it's fine. I still think that this has been pretty funny so far. So she said, what am I, your sugar mama? And then he started laughing, and it says that was the kind of reaction she wanted from him. Really? You wanted to make him genuinely laugh after he called you a bitch? Okay, well, I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. Then he goes, nah, you're my friend. That night, he gave her back her cell phone, saying, happy birthday. She'd smiled back at him and told him thank you before returning to her seat on the plane. So now they're apparently on an airplane. I don't know when that happened, but sure. Imagine stealing someone's cell phone and then giving it back to them for their birthday and be like, here, I got you a cell phone. What's worse is I don't even think it's her birthday. I think he just gave it back to her saying, happy birthday. On the following week, he gave her another cell phone. She thanked him again, but again, he laughed and teased her for thanking him and called her a little bitch. Haha, you thanked me, little bitch. Why would you tease somebody for thanking you? That's okay. She punched him in the shoulder and told him to shut up. Yeah, you tell him, sis. Why do you keep giving me these things, Larry? Yeah, Larry, why do you keep giving me cell phones? I wonder what kind of cell phone it is. I wonder if it's like the new iPhone or if it's like an old Nokia phone. Did you guys know that Westbot's made out of Nokia phones? True story. He shrugged, not meeting her gaze. Dunno, he muttered. I thought you liked them. She shook her head. I don't like you, dummy. Then added a pointed stare. Don't you need those phones? No! He sounded indignant and offended at the same time. Well, I don't know what indignant means, but sure, we'll go with that. Of course not. She gave him her best unimpressed look and raised an eyebrow. Then what would you use them for? Well, He stopped for a moment to consider the answer. I don't know, he admitted. This has turned from a story that was supposed to be about the Wild West into a story about Larry giving a girl cell phones and calling her a bitch while doing it. I don't know how we got here, but here we stay. Alright, I think it's about time we bring this one to an end, so let me think of a cool ending for this. Well, I think this is quite a way to welcome Dreamily AI to the channel. I said Larry bashes the girl's head in with a Nokia phone, brutally murdering her. Should we give Dreamily a chance to reply to that? I think we should. I'm gonna see what the AI says about that. So it doesn't seem that Dreamily AI is going to feed my violence addiction like the other AIs. It says, but he leaves the phone and the body behind and makes some excuse to go into town. And he goes home and watches a bunch of movies on Netflix, and he buys an iPod and plugs it in, puts in a song and sits in front of the TV until his parents come home.
What did you do today, honey?
Oh, I hung out with Sydney and then brutally murdered her with a Nokia phone.
You're so silly. I love you, Timmy.
That's my boy. Always a comedian. That's his mom and dad. They're proud of him because they don't believe him. But then they're gonna turn on the news that night and it's gonna be like... Breaking news, a local girl was murdered with Nokia phones earlier tonight. Police are investigating the crime scene and say that little Timmy may be a suspect. If you have any information on Timmy's whereabouts, please call this number immediately. And his parents are gonna be like, oh no. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is a very interesting game. I'm going to go ahead and not record any more of this game, and then if you guys respond, yes, that was English. If you guys respond positively to this episode, then I'll go ahead and make more, but I'm gonna wait until you guys let me know so I don't waste my time. But yeah, thank you guys for being here today. I had a good time recording this episode. I thought it was fun. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you agree with me, and other than that, I love all of you, and we'll see you guys next time.
I killed her with a Nokia.